The metropolitan area of Mexico City is one of the two largest in the world, over 26 million people. Over the last few decades, it has expanded dramatically in all directions, but especially to the north, where it has engulfed entire towns and even small cities. One of the places it has taken over is a nondescript place called Tultepec. On first inspection, there's nothing particularly interesting there, but on closer look, it's unlike any other place in the Republic of Mexico.
Cortés, antes de invadir lo que es la Gran Tenochtitlán, pasó, ahí hizo su campamento, hay una parte de azufre, empezó a trabajar el azufre para elaborar la pólvora. Desde ahí los indígenas, los nativos, nuestros ancestros aquí en Tultepec aprendieron a trabajar la pólvora. Se fue perfeccionando más o menos en el 1700, en el 1800 se fue perfeccionando y se fue haciendo toda una tradición, una costumbre importante aquí en el municipio. Hoy nos dedicamos de manera primordial en esto. Hoy Tultepec tiene cerca de 130,000 habitantes y ya no es tanta la cantidad de gente que se dedica a ello, pero hace 15 años teníamos el 90% de nuestra población dedicada a esta actividad. ¿Por qué razón? Porque éramos 15,000, 20,000 habitantes. Hemos crecido, pero aún así la pirotecnia sigue siendo una parte importante de la cultura y la tradición de este municipio. Y obviamente, pues, repito y no nos cansamos de decir, eso es nuestro orgullo.
How can one small city produce so much?
The Spaniards brought a whole series of traditions that the Spaniards themselves practiced during the colonial period. But the indigenous people and the mestizo people were not allowed to take part in these purely Spanish traditions. Consequently, they developed their own. You can see the bundles of fireworks on it. That's going to be a spectacular explosion. And so instead of using bulls during the colonial period, indigenous communities like Tultepec developed the pattern of toritos. And throughout the colonial period, throughout the 19th century, they used these models of bulls that were as dangerous or as explosive as the bulls themselves.
The toritos are coming into the plaza, and the people are very excited, and I am too. I've got face protection, head protection, glasses, thick gloves, but this may not be enough to protect against the flying fireworks. People like to pretend they're avoiding them as though they're running the bulls. They jump and jump and hoping that in that jumping sequence they don't get hit by the fireworks. Out in the street when there was no fireworks going. This is 10 times as exciting and dangerous. And yet people are moving closer, trying to jump out of the way of these lightning fast bolts of explosives.
It's only with the revolution, beginning in 1910, that we see the liberty of these communities to take fireworks, put them in a form that they want, whether it's piro musicales or toritos or castillos, and use them in ways that Mexicans from the colonial period or the 19th century would immediately recognize in this community.
This gives me a sense of what it's like to be in a war zone. You're detached from reality. You can't believe things are going on. And yet there it comes. It's as if there's random explosions taking. It's a volcano with things coming out we've never seen before. We don't know where this ring is going to go. It's going hard. Oh, closed. We don't know where these things are going. It could come from underneath. It could come up above. It could actually come from behind. It can curl over and drop on us. The smell of powder and even burned air and burned cotton is very strong. So somebody got some heavy-duty explosives or fireworks in their hair. The crowds that surrounded and danced around and even taunted the exploding toritos, the bulls of Tultepec, viewed as incidental the burns and scrapes and lesions they got, even viewed them as proof of a great party. But even as the fiesta is winding down, more trucks are coming to the city, bringing with them other materials to make more and more cohetes, more fireworks, to provide fiestas all over Mexico.